update around xCloud that they've actually got it working on iOS and the web, but mostly like the whole idea here is as a response to Apple's very arrogant position that they want to approve every single game that goes on xCloud individually, even though they do not approve every single movie that goes on Netflix, or they do not approve every single album that goes on Spotify. But for some reason, it's funny that, they make a lot of money with games, Apple, and they somehow don't want xCloud to be available on Apple devices. So I think very smartly, Microsoft said, F you, and we're going to figure out a way to get it on there, even if you don't want it on there. So they've actually already got it working. So very much similar to what Stadia does with running through the browser. So this is working on Chromium browsers. So that's Chrome, but also Edge, Microsoft's Edge, which is a replacement for Internet Explorer, moved to basically the same platform as Google Chrome now. So it uses Chromium. And I'm excited about this because I only have the PC version of Game Pass because I don't have an Xbox One or a Series X. So I am limited to the PC games on Game Pass, and it does piss me off sometimes when I see games are on the console and cloud. But because it's a cloud now, and I theoretically, then I would be able to use this when they release it, whenever that's going to be.
Yeah, I think this is great for everyone. Great to finally have a way to eventually play this on iOS, but not you, Intergot, or at least not for a while.
Yeah, well, okay. So I'm still pissed. Stuff you, Microsoft. Like, you're banned from the show. Microsoft PR in Australia. I still do not have access to the beta version of xCloud.
I can't believe.
Annoying.
Can you reapply, or is it like you're applied for it and that's done?
I think I went back and applied for it. You know how I had my Xbox account from way back in the day, like Xbox 360. I actually then applied on that account, and I still didn't get it. Because I thought it was just this account's relatively new, so maybe that's why it makes sense.
I wonder, maybe we mentioned it before, but I wonder if they look into the amount of money that account spends as well.
Yeah, or maybe just playtime even, because I don't play on those accounts that much. So, I don't know, it annoys me, because I really do want to test it. I literally got an Android device just to test it. And then I never got on to the thing.
Well, you'll get to test it when they release it. I can't remember when they're releasing the full thing. But
yeah, I don't think they've announced it because this is all coming from The Verge. So Tom Warren, I think. We don't have it in the notes, but I think it's Tom Warren from The Verge. So he's got a pretty good inside line to Microsoft. So yeah, and it looks like they want to integrate it in as part of like the whole app experience on Windows 10, which will be really interesting.
And a very quick side note is that I mentioned quite a few episodes ago about the new Xbox mobile app being a piece of crap and stripping out a lot of the features. And
yeah, which is unreal.
Yeah, apparently they've stated they're going to add a lot of those back in. So thank God for that. The fact that you couldn't even purchase a game through it, the fact that you couldn't even look up achievements through it. Achievements didn't exist according to this app. So good that they're doing that work.
And our last bit of news.
So can I just quickly say